Hey, good morning, everybody. Apologize, my my phone is moving and it's shaking. I'm in my pickup and it's not near as smooth as my normal ride. Our other ride is in the shop, so I'm gonna have to adjust it periodically, and my phone might actually fall off. So giving you guys a heads up here. So hey, good morning. Hope everybody is having a great Wednesday. We are. There's my daughter. This is not working too good. We've been talking about auto insurance, and we talked it. Now I'm all red now because that was funny. So we were talking about how yesterday. Just kind of an intro into auto insurance and how there's so many coverages that people don't even realize. And I'll give you an example. This is going to get really rough. Hold on. I'm over here on 52nd, this construction. I think I saw Stan Booker is watching. So we're going through one of those projects the city's doing. So it's going to be awesome when it's done. But we talked about how there's a lot of options on your auto insurance that people don't even realize, and a lot of people don't even realize the importance. And I'll give you an example of that. I was talking to a lady just last night. She asked me if we could get her a cheaper price on her insurance, and we came in at about $30 a month more than what she was paying. But we were offering 400% more insurance on liability than she had. And she's like, well, I can't do that, and so on and so forth, which is fine. But then I encouraged her. I was like, well, I'd really encourage you to sit down with your agent and review your insurance to make sure that you have the coverages that you need. And she came back at me. She goes, why? I have a $250 deductible. If anything happens to my car, it's going to be paid for. Okay, well, insurance does a lot more than take care of your car. In fact, there is a lot of other protections that are more important than making sure that your car is repaired should you get in an accident. And one of those, the most important part of your auto insurance, not just in my opinion, but in the state's opinion, because you have to have that in order to drive, is your liability section. But why is that so important? And so I'll give you an example. We talked a little bit about the average serious injury accident. So last week we're sitting in my office and we hear screeching tires. Actually, we're walking into the office. We hear screeching tires, and it was one of those screeches that I was waiting for that little slight pause and then the crunch, but we never heard the crunch. So I was like, okay, well, they probably made it out okay. I'm gonna move this over here a little bit. But then all of a sudden we started hearing sirens, and I think 3 rescue trucks and a couple of ambulances, and there was a rollover wreck there at I-44 and Lee Boulevard, and of course somebody was hurt, seriously hurt. They had to take him to the hospital, and so anyway, there was a serious injury accident there. Most people think, oh, that'll never happen to me, until it does happen. And if you were a cause of that accident and all you had even was the state minimums, like this lady I was talking to last night had, that's $25,000 is all that insurance is required to pay for that accident for one person. So that's just basically the ambulance ride nowadays. It costs almost $25,000. And so the rest of that, the average serious injury accident claim in 2014 was, again, $430,000. And so whoever caused that accident, if that was at fault, if it was someone else besides the person that flipped over, they're going to be responsible for paying that $400,000 that is required on that. Can you hold that for me? And so you got to ask yourself, can I afford, if that were to happen to me, could I afford to self-insure that $400,000? And most of us, I know I couldn't afford that, but they can come after 25% of your income. They can come after your home, your savings, your retirement. They can come after all that because you're responsible to bring that person to whole. And so at our agency, we recommend a minimum of $100,000, $300,000 of coverage. Most of our clients go as much as $500 on the liability. Now that's just going to cover the bodily injury, so medical. That doesn't. There's a separate coverage we'll get into tomorrow about the property damage. So that, I mean, that's why it's so important, more so than fixing your car. That liability part of your insurance is so important. And they say that the latest stats I read is up to 60% of people are either underinsured or uninsured here in Oklahoma. So, I mean, how irresponsible is that? So, and a lot of people say, well, you know, they can come after me all they want. I don't have anything to give them. But still, how irresponsible would that be to not have enough insurance to cover somebody if you were responsible for hurting them? You know, if I was the one that got hurt and the other person only had $25,000 in insurance, and then I'm responsible because the hospital's coming after me. Now, I might be able to turn around and sue you, but the hospital's still coming after me for that $400,000. That's going to tick me off because this person wasn't responsible enough to have enough insurance to cover their mistake. And so anyway, that's why it's so important to sit down with your insurance agent and go over these coverages. And I understand there's budgets that have to be, you know, you got to fit things into budgets. But you know, you can get, as you get more insurance, like the most expensive insurance to get, liability insurance, is a 25 policy. They're going to charge you an arm and a leg for a little bit amount of insurance. And so, I mean, you can get a lot more insurance for just a little bit more money, and you're a lot better coverage. And again, the walls of your castle are going to be bigger and more, and protect your stuff more. So anyway, hope that's an encouragement. I know I got a little bit passionate there because that is something that concerns me. Because every time I get on the road, I'm putting my family at risk because there's 60% of the people are being irresponsible in their insurance decisions. So that's kind of scary. But anyway, hope everybody does have a great and successful Wednesday. And yes, Daryl, I was thinking about that. That is the scar from me getting bit by one of our county canines. So if you've seen that, that's what it was. I was not running from him. Just to make that clear, we were getting ready to go do some work, and they were getting him ready, and I was getting ready, and we came in contact in a very forceful manner. So anyway, yeah, so there you go, Daryl. Thanks for pointing that out, just so everybody knows. But now I hope everybody has a great and successful Wednesday. We're looking forward to it. I'm going to have my middle boy with me today, and so I'm excited about that. I think he is too. He's got a spelling test he wanted me to give him, so we're going to help out with that. So, all right, well, thank you guys, and we'll look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot.